Hey everyone, it's Will, Gamer Dad, with another video for you. So many of you might have the Ultimania hammer, and in it you'll have to go all across the world to kill a bunch of different things. But did you know that it's probably based on this book, which was released around the same time as this update in Japan? And in it, it has a lot of useful data. I believe it has some damage calculators, a lot of art on the different characters, and stats and so forth. So anyways, this short video is just to, let you know if you don't already have the hammer, or if you do have the hammer and want to know whether or not it's worth even upgrading. My advice to both of you guys is that, like anything else, it is worth upgrading if you have the time. I'm treating it like a side quest more than anything else, where, when I have a few minutes of downtime, I'll go to one of the areas where it needs to kill a certain number of enemies, and then I'll do that within a few minutes and then put the device down for later. Kind of like fishing, where if you just grind it all out, it can be very tedious. Now this weapon doesn't take nearly as much time. It does require fair use of green keys, and later on some other red keys as well. So one thing to keep in mind is that, depending on how you're grinding for other lands or other uses of your green keys, this might not be a priority at all. On another note, if you guys haven't already explored the entire world and gotten all the achievements for killing 100 of each mob, this is a really good way to kind of reacquaint with yourself with the different areas and kind of clean up some of those achievements that you haven't already done. So just a reminder that you do get Chronostone's reward at 1, 20, and 100 kills of any one mob. So not that anyone wants to really do 100 of each. Some of them are much easier than others. Like for this particular case, the Chimera is quite difficult to hunt down in the fact that it doesn't show up very commonly compared to some of the other mobs. So, hey, not bad, 2 in a row. But like I was saying, in some of the other mobs that you need to kill 100 of, for example, they're very easy, especially if you finish off. Nice! Finished it off.
Stop flexing, Dad.
As I was saying, if you finish off a lot of another dungeons where you do have to run it over and over again, 100 of each of those mobs are very, very easy to obtain. So anyways, you can see I just completed one level and we're moving on to the next one. Now the previous level did require the use of a couple of green keys, Tower of Time, as well as forgot the other one. But now we're going back into Spacetime Rift to warp to the dimensional Vortex. So I don't even believe I killed 100 of these Rosts. So it's nice to just kind of revisit, like I said, and do a few extra things. And of course, you might as well bring along a few weaker characters such as what I'm doing to level them up as well. So again, not the most efficient use of time, but like I mentioned in one of my other videos, I really try to multitask in most of the things I do in Eden, just because time is limited for most of us as well. So these Rosts are going to be a little bit difficult to hunt down. So anyways, just want to share a few tips and some interesting knowledge about the Ultimania hammer. Keep in mind, when you do upgrade it to the max, it will have the same stats as the other lands or real hammer, except it gives you extra endurance, I believe, as well. So not bad in terms of the work you put in. And I believe a lot of people on Reddit have finished it early, so it didn't take too much time. I think they finished it in less than a week. Me, on the other hand, I'm just kind of taking it slow. I hope you guys are enjoying the news update, and I hope you guys have finished off the Shadow Witch already. If you haven't, and you need a few tips, feel free to check out my other videos on how to beat all 5 encounters in order to unlock Cyrus's 5-star. And of course, I'll be using most of my red keys on Man-Eating Marsh very hard in order to get the Psalms to drop for Cyrus. Anyways, thanks for watching! We'll see you next time.